A year ago, who's now laboring with the Kansas City Chiefs. His name is Paul Palmer, and he's another great American champion.
Jefferson Pilot Teleproductions presents Great American Champions. In 1986, Temple University came up with a comic book tribute to promote their Heisman Trophy candidate, Paul Palmer, who was said to be too small to play the game.
That probably he'd get his arm broke, his leg broke. When I see pictures of everybody falling on top of each other, I said, no way in the world that he can stand that weight.
I snuck to practices. I left my equipment at one of my friends' houses. I'd go out and practice, then come back and change my clothes and come back in the house.
It was a wise Pee Wee football coach who convinced Ma Francis to let Boo Boo play, and he's been impressing all doubters ever since. During his career at Temple, Palmer rushed for over 3,000 yards and set 23 school records. He also set several NCAA marks, including most yards in 2, 3, and 4 consecutive games. In 1986, Palmer was a consensus All-American, ECAC Player of the Year, MVP of the Blue-Gray Classic, and MVP for the East team in the Hula Bowl. After a record-setting career at Temple, Paul has traded in his Temple helmet for that of the Kansas City Chiefs, who drafted him in the first round. Now that Palmer's in the pros, he reflects back to his days at Temple and the death of his great-grandmother.
The proudest accomplishment at Temple, I think, would be my whole career. The fact that I've overcome odds, the fact that the odds were against me. And there were people at home saying I couldn't do it. And to come out with about 25 school records and about 4 or 5 NCAA records is an extremely big accomplishment for me. And it's something that I'm extremely proud of. To get a degree from Temple is very highly regarded. It's a very respected institute. My grandmother was the light of my life and still is the light of my life. Everything that I do is a reflection of her.
And tomorrow, Paul Palmer will debut in the uniform of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's moved to the top of the depth chart as far as a kickoff return man is concerned, and a lot of his experience at Temple is a good reason why he's getting such a shot so early with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And that's part of the reason Bruce Arians plays is he plays a lot of people, and he plays them in different areas. Palmer was always a punt returner, a kickoff returner, and one time in his career, he got experience there before he just lugged the ball as a tailback. So here he is with his pro opportunity. He's going to make this Kansas City club in some fashion.
Paul Palmer, a great American champion.